So let's look at Matthew 6 and verse 12. Jesus is talking here about the model prayer. And one of the things that I love about him is he really gives us everything that we need to be able to walk out our journey with him and in life. And as he was telling the disciples about how to pray, he made sure to incorporate the need for forgiving and being forgiven. So let's look at verse 12. And forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. Forgiveness does not start with needing an apology. That's not where forgiveness starts. Forgiveness starts with acknowledging that I need to release this offense. I need to release this person from my heart because I've already paid for this pain. And I don't want to continue to pay for this pain. And so, God, I need you to help me to release it. Forgiveness is about releasing, not about reconciliation. If it's possible, yes, reconcile. But that's not what forgiveness is for. It's a release so that you can always be on the end of receiving. When I learned that, I started to take forgiveness a whole lot more serious. As I repented to God and asked Him to forgive me because He gave me so many warnings that I just didn't heed. And as He forgave me, I had to learn how to forgive myself, to release myself from the hold of you should have did better, you should have known better, how could you, into God, I thank you for your grace, that it is sufficient for me. I thank you that even in the decisions that I have made, you will be with me and you'll teach me. And this isn't something that I did one, two, three, four times. This has been years of this because ever so often the enemy would try to place this shame cloud over me for the very thing that I didn't want, which was two different fathers for my children, is the very thing that I ended up with. However, I won't allow condemnation or shame to rest on me. And so every time I think about that, it's like, no, it happened. You chose it. You were aware. You were conscious. Did you expect the outcome that you have right now? No. But are you going to stay in that place? No. And that is what we have to remember when we're thinking about forgiveness. I'm not forgiving my co parent. I'm not forgiving my parent. I'm not forgiving whomever so that I can be good with them again. I'm forgiving them so that I am not harboring pain, animosity, bitterness, all of the things that would hold me hostage and not them. So as I began to forgive myself, it helped me to forgive him. But honestly, y'all, the biggest thing that helped me to forgive him was prayer. I was so hurt because all that anger is hurt. It's hurt. I was so hurt at his words not matching his actions and me finding myself in a place where I have to do it. I have to be it. I have to show up. And anytime we're so fixated on we know that's pride. And that was an area where God had to really get me together because it wasn't about me per se so much as it was about who he was making me to become. But because the Lord had to excavate all of the gunk in my soul and in my heart for years, things that had nothing to do with him. But as I stated before, he was just a mirror of the things that I had already received for years from my mother. And so, in between and through that space, the Lord had to really do a work within me. And through the power of prayer is what really shifted my heart.